Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamie. We do coloring books and other crafts. Today we're going to be looking at Serenity by Anastasia Koldareva. And this is a beautiful book. We're going to be doing this picture right here. I've removed it from the coloring book because I am going to start with alcohol markers and I don't want it bleeding onto the other pages. So that's what we're going to start with. Let's get zoomed in and set up and we'll get started. Okay, we are zoomed in and the picture is so pretty. I love this girl. We're going to be working on her hair and the grasshoppers, crickets or whatever that is in her hair. We're going to do them green, so we're going to do grasshoppers. Yeah, so we're going to start by putting a base coat on her hair with alcohol markers. This is a Copic. This is E15 Dark Suntan. And they're all such pretty colors. This is a lot of hair, so we're going to do a small section and then I will do the rest off camera while I'm watching TV or something because this is a lot of hair. All right, so we're just going to base coat this, give us something to work on so that we don't have to work so hard with our colored pencils. And I love the way alcohol markers are just so vibrant and they're just a beautiful medium to add to our coloring books. If you can't afford Copics, which is completely understandable, I love the Ahoo markers that also have a brush tip and they have a ton of colors. So you may want to look into those if Copics are not in your budget. Okay, and this is just the paper in the coloring book. I haven't printed it on anything else, so we get just the paper that came with. I'm trying to like decide how much of this that I want to do for you. Okay, go down here and then we have this piece. Okay, and then let's do like this braid here. So we have a little back behind here. Okay, my kiddo is home right now and awake, so you hear him playing. He's been really good and really quiet, but of course as soon as I press record it changes. It's like one of those phenomenons when you get on the phone or something, all of your children just kind of appear. Okay, so we'll do that much of her hair. I love this color, it's so pretty. We're gonna, okay, we're gonna be using Luminance pencils today by Caran d'Ache. I will link everything in the description box down below. This is sepia. I don't like how all of the writing has disappeared on these pencils. They just don't stay very long. But this is sepia and it's going to be our darkest color. So we're going to put it in the shadows. We're going to set the pencil down and then flick it forward to put in that color. So when we start our stroke, the pencil is on the paper, and when we end the stroke, it's not on the paper. So we get that nice flicking motion. We get to stay really light-handed with our coloring because it doesn't need a lot of pressure. And we're just going to put this in the shadows. Okay, see how much just that adds? It's amazing. Okay, so it's flicking, and with hair you always want to move with the hair, not perpendicular to the hair. So always parallel, move in the same direction that the hair is moving. And keep a light hand because we don't need a lot. Especially when we want to be blending colors into marker, we kind of want to be, we get to be light-handed, you know? It allows us to not have to press as hard, we don't have to fill in the tooth of the paper. We don't have to burnish it, so it allows us that to just stay a little lighter with our strokes. I know that Anastasia Koldareva, she is coming out with a new book. I haven't ordered it or pre-ordered it yet, but of course all of her books are beautiful, and I will have to get my hands on a copy of it because it's gonna be beautiful because all of her books are beautiful. All right, then we need to do the braid, so we want to get some color on here, and everywhere the hair like folds under each other, that's where we want a little shadow. And Anastasia has given us some indication with her shading, so we can go ahead and follow that, which is very nice. So I like that. Okay, our next color is going to be burnt sienna. So we're going to take the burnt sienna and we're going to go right over the top of the sepia and just flick past it so that we get, it kind of covers the sepia and goes past the sepia a little bit. So our strokes are going to be a little bit longer. They can still be really light-handed. Beautiful reddish brown hair color that I am really liking. Okay, and then we need to get like this shadow bit here a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and then the same with our braid. Everywhere that we put the sepia, we just want to go over it. Okay. Then our next color is going to be burnt ochre. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We go right down to where we started with the sepia and then flick it past. And I do want to do this light-handed because I want it to blend into that marker. So I want it to be pretty seamless. So we're not using pressure. We are just letting the pencil do the work. And it is perfect, so pretty. Moving with the hair in the same direction the hair moves. Letting that marker work for us. Doing flicking motions so we get a nice hair texture. Okay, then the same with the braid. Leaving that little bit of a highlight kind of on each braid to make it look like the hair is twisted. Get those back pieces with no highlight so it looks like it's... But look at that, look how awesome. A couple of pencils and some marker and we have beautiful hair. Lovely. Okay, so now I have a ton of hair to color. So I will be back when I get that all colored. It might be a few days because this is a ton of hair. I'll see you soon. Okay, believe it or not, it is still the same day. I was very proud of myself. I was able to get all of this done. Hair, it's great, but sometimes it can take a while. All right, let's zoom in on some of these grasshoppers and we will base coat them with some green. Okay, so I have a darker green WG25 for the body. And it's now nighttime, so now I have a glare on my picture. Okay. And this one is just a body. No wings on him. And there. And then we have this little guy over here. All right. So this is WG00. So this is a super light yellow green, and I want it. Very nice. And then don't forget this guy over here. All right, I have some pencils pulled here from Arsene Luminance. The darkest one I have is dark phthalocyan green. Phthalocyan green? Something like that. It's 719. I think this is one of their newer colors. Anyways, we're going to use it to put in the shadows on the bodies of our little grasshoppers here. I once helped other people when I was 12 years old. I went to girls camp when I was 12. It was my first year. And yeah, we weren't very nice and filled some girls who were not very nice to me growing up. We put grasshoppers in their tent. We thought it was funny because they were freaking out and we didn't think it was that big a deal. But the older girls that kind of initiated it had to stay up all night and get bugs out of the other girls' tent if they saw a bug. That was the leader's punishment. And that, I don't know if they ever told that I helped with that. I was 12, I was the youngest. They may have just kept me out of it, but I did participate in putting grasshoppers in another girl's tent. My bad. Okay, so we have that. These are pretty easy to shade because she's given us so many indications. So it's pretty easy and they're not very big, you know? So like this little guy, we can just kind of, I love things like this because it's just easy. You're just kind of giving the indication of shading, you know, because there's not a whole heck of a lot to shade because it's so little. Just kind of scribble on some color. Okay. Then let's go to our next color. This is, what is this? Ooh, moss green. I can say this one. 225. And so we're going to very lightly just kind of go over what we've already colored and then fade it out. I want to make sure I have some of that lightest green from the markers still showing in some places, so don't want to be too heavy-handed with this little guy. I think that was the only year that we did pranks on anybody, at least that I participated in. I learned my lesson the first year. And then we're going to let the marker be the highlight color of these grasshopper bodies. Oh. Okay, let's put this olive green on the wings. I want them to stay fairly light but they do need some shading, so we're going to use this, which is a beautiful color with this marker. I really like it. I think they go really well together. Okay, like just that little bit did so much. Okay, so let's get him in here. right, and then this guy over here. Okay. All right, let's get this guy. So he's got kind of a fold in his wings. I'm going to put some shadow right here. And then right here. Okay. Ooh, they look so good. Okay, I do have this yellow that I did pull. This is lemon yellow, and we could add a bit of that in there if we want. I don't think I'm going to put it all over, but maybe a little here and there. Okay, let's see what our picture is looking like. Ooh, she's so pretty. I love it. Let's, I can't help it. Let's put this, this WG25 on the body of our big daddy here. We can do that. And then I'm just gonna do this much of her skin. This is E02, and we're just going to do what's underneath his wing here. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna take the WG00. I'm going right over her hair that's there. Okay, then let's take that olive green and we will shade his wing. Okay, and then we're going to take that same lemon yellow and go over as well. Okay, and then we have those same greens for the body, the 719 dark phthalo cyan green. Everything that happens outside is so loud. Very nice. And then we take the moss green. Now there's dogs outside. Yeah. I really do need new windows. Oh well. What are you gonna do, huh? Okay. I like what we've done so far. And yes, I do. Like what we've done so far. Looks very nice. Alright, you guys, I think I'm done for today. Come back next time and we will finish this beauty up. We'll make sure we get her some skin and some eyes, and yeah, but I love how the color of her hair turned out, and I'm loving these grasshoppers, and I think it's going to be a very nice picture when we're all finished. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. You find time to relax, de-stress, take some deep breaths, and throw some color around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, she's so pretty.